Welcome to the channel, Coin Lovers. Today we're exploring the top 4 rare United States of America 1-cent coins that collectors always search for. These pennies come in many different conditions and mint marks, and even the smallest variation can greatly affect their value. From rare early wheat cents to surprising modern errors, each of these 1-cent coins carries unique history and hidden worth. So take a close look at your own collection. You might be holding a rare penny without even knowing it. Let's get started. First up, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1942 without a mint mark, a circulated Lincoln wheat penny that has survived more than 8 decades. This coin holds both historical significance and powerful nostalgia, reminding us of an era marked by world conflict, economic change, and the daily lives of millions of Americans. The 1942 Lincoln wheat penny comes from a time when the United States was entering World War II, and the country was undergoing rapid transformation. Despite the challenges of the era, the penny remained a constant presence in the pockets of everyday people, allowing this small copper coin to witness countless moments in American life. On the obverse, the coin features the well-known portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Even in circulated condition, the familiar outline of Lincoln's profile still carries its dignified appearance. The inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1942 remain essential elements of the design, though they may show signs of wear depending on how heavily the coin circulated. This particular coin does not carry a mint mark, which tells us it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia minted millions of pennies in 1942, helping to keep the flow of small change steady as the nation experienced wartime rationing and shifting priorities. Even though the coin is common, each circulated example carries a unique history. Turning to the reverse, the wheat penny design presents 2 wheat stalks on either side, symbolizing prosperity and America's agricultural strength. The center inscriptions, 1 cent, United States of America, and E pluribus unum, remain central to the coin's identity. Circulated condition may mean the wheat lines are softened, but their shape is still recognizable. This coin is made from a bronze composition of 95% copper, 5% tin and zinc, giving it a warm color that naturally ages over time. Circulation often leads to darkening, toning, and various shades of brown or red-brown, each adding personality to the coin. These changes reflect decades of movement through hands, pockets, jars, and change drawers. Circulated 1942 penny holds marks of time, scratches, worn edges, smooth surfaces, and faded details. Rather than diminishing the coin, these signs of life make it more interesting. Every mark is a silent memory of where this coin has been and how it has served its purpose in everyday commerce. During the 1940s, a penny could buy more than it can today. The people who used this coin may have bought candy, newspapers, stamps, or household items with it. Imagining those moments adds depth to the story of your 1942 penny and connects you with the daily experiences of that era. Collectors appreciate circulated wheat pennies because they reveal how the design wears over time. They help new collectors learn about grading, detail loss, and the highest points of the design, such as Lincoln's cheekbone or the lines of the wheat stalks. Your coin is not just a collectible but a practical study piece as well. Although circulated 1942 pennies are not rare, their value lies in their age, design, and connection to American history. They represent affordability and accessibility, making them a popular part of many coin collections. Owning one is like carrying a small reminder of the World War II era in your pocket. Even though the Philadelphia Mint produced many coins in 1942, not all have survived the decades in collectible condition. This circulated example stands as a durable artifact from a challenging but defining time in American history. Its survival alone is part of what makes it fascinating. Depending on the level of wear, your coin may show varying degrees of detail on Lincoln's hair, coat, and facial features. The clarity of the letters and numbers also changes with circulation. These differences make each circulated wheat penny truly one of a kind. The wheat reverse remains one of the most beloved designs in U.S. coinage. It symbolizes growth, strength, and the roots of the nation. Even with worn details, the simplicity and symbolism of the design continue to inspire collectors of all ages. Every circulated penny also carries a journey through different environments: heat, cold, humidity, dry storage, metal contact, and countless surfaces. These conditions create a blend of tones and textures that give the coin visual character far beyond a freshly minted example. Many collectors start their journey with wheat pennies because they are affordable, historic, and enjoyable to study. Your 1942 penny is part of that tradition, offering a glimpse into both numismatic history and everyday American life during the early 1940s. Even in circulated condition, this coin remains structurally strong thanks to its durable copper-based alloy. Its long life teaches us how coins endure through generations, changing only in color and detail while remaining true to their original design. Your 1942 penny may have passed through countless hands before landing in your collection. Service members, factory workers, students, store owners, commuters, families, and children. All those unknown stories are part of what gives circulated coins their charm. The Philadelphia Mint, being the oldest mint in the United States, played a major role in producing everyday currency. This 1942 penny is a testament to its efficiency and contribution during a critical period in U.S. history. While uncirculated coins attract attention for their shine and crisp details, circulated coins like this one have an authenticity that comes only from years of use. They feel real, grounded, and connected to life rather than stored away untouched. As you study your 1942 wheat penny, take a moment to appreciate all the small details that remain despite the wear. Every surviving feature is a reminder of the hands and places this coin has encountered over more than 80 years. This coin may not be rare or extremely valuable, but its historical context, classic design, and worn beauty make it a meaningful part of any collection. It captures the resilience of everyday American currency and the quiet stories held within a simple 1-cent piece. Next up, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1951 with the D mint mark, found in dirty condition. This Lincoln wheat penny may not be shiny or perfect, but its worn and aged appearance gives it a unique character that reflects more than 7 decades of circulation and everyday use. The 1951 D wheat penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is known for producing some of the most widely collected Lincoln cents. Even in dirty condition, the iconic design by Victor David Brenner still makes this coin immediately identifiable to collectors, showing the long-lasting impact of Lincoln's portrait on U.S. coinage. On the obverse of the coin, the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln remains the centerpiece. Though dirt and wear may cover some of the finer details, Lincoln's profile is still present, offering a glimpse into the craftsmanship of early 20th century coin engraving. The date 1951 sits clearly beneath the portrait, and the small D mint mark adds a valuable identifier for collectors. Dirt, discoloration, and surface grime are common for coins that have been in circulation for many decades. This 1951 D penny has likely spent years in pockets, drawers, piggy banks, store registers, and even forgotten corners, gathering the natural dust and darkening that comes with time. These signs of aging add a story-like quality to the coin. On the reverse side, the wheat penny's classic design features 2 wheat stalks surrounding the denomination 1 cent. Though the coin is dirty, the general structure of the wheat lines can still be seen, giving it that authentic early Lincoln cent appearance. These wheat stalks represent America's agricultural strength during the early 1900s. The inscriptions United States of America and E pluribus unum remain important historical markers on the reverse. While dirt may soften or hide parts of the lettering, the overall design remains strong enough to identify the coin instantly as part of the beloved wheat penny series. This coin is made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a composition that naturally darkens and reacts to its environment. Exposure to oxygen, moisture, oils, and dirt over decades creates a blend of brown, black, and sometimes reddish tones. This natural patina is part of the charm of older circulated coins. Dirty condition doesn't take away from this coin's historical significance. Instead, it provides a window into the real world where this penny served its purpose as everyday money. Unlike a shiny, uncirculated piece, this coin shows the true journey of American currency in action. Collectors often appreciate dirty or heavily circulated coins because they tell a different story. They represent movement, exchange, and countless interactions across time. Your 1951 D penny has lived through multiple generations, witnessing moments we can only imagine. During the early 1950s, a penny still carried meaningful buying power. People used coins like this 1951 D to purchase candy, newspapers, snacks, and household items. Thinking about what this penny may have bought long ago adds a nostalgic layer to the story behind your coin. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies in 1951, making this a common date. However, each circulated and dirty coin becomes unique due to age, environment, and wear. That individuality is one reason collectors enjoy exploring coins in all conditions. Even though the coin is dirty, experienced collectors know how to look past surface grime to study the true remaining details. They examine Lincoln's cheekbone, the shape of the wheat ears, and the strength of the lettering to understand how heavily the coin circulated. A dirty condition coin can teach new collectors about cleaning, specifically that cleaning old coins is generally discouraged. Dirt is part of the coin's history, and cleaning can damage the surface or remove its natural patina. In most cases, leaving the coin as is preserves its authenticity. Your 1951 D penny is a perfect example of how everyday coins age naturally. The layers of dirt tell us that this coin was heavily used, passed through many hands, and experienced the realities of daily commerce. That makes it more than just a collectible. It becomes a relic of American life. Even in dirty condition, the structural integrity of the coin remains strong. The copper alloy keeps the coin sturdy, and the design stays identifiable. This durability is why so many wheat pennies have survived the decades and remain favorites among collectors today. The presence of the D mint mark also part of what makes the coin interesting. It ties this penny back to Denver's role in U.S. coin production during the mid-20th century, a time when the nation was recovering from war and building new economic strength. This coin likely traveled through many environments: dry climates, humid areas, pockets filled with dust, and maybe even years in storage where dirt adhered to its surface. These conditions create a textured and distinct look that no two dirty condition coins share exactly. Collectors who enjoy character coins love finding pieces like the 1951 D in this naturally aged state. It represents authenticity and provides a tactile connection to history. While it may not have high monetary value, its sentimental and historical appeal is undeniable. The wheat penny series remains one of the most iconic in American numismatics, and this 1951 D is part of that legacy. Whether shiny or dirty, every wheat penny carries symbols of American identity and resilience during earlier decades of the 20th century. As you examine your coin, notice how the dirt outlines certain features while softening others. This creates a unique blend of visibility and obscurity, making the coin both interesting and full of personality. Every mark hints at where the coin has been and what it has experienced. Dirty condition coins remind us that not all collectibles must look perfect to be meaningful. Sometimes the worn, used, and aged items tell the best stories. Your 1951 D penny has endured time, travel, and thousands of transactions, and now it has reached your hands to continue its journey. Next up, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1953 with a D mint mark in circulated condition. This is a Lincoln wheat penny that holds a special place in many collections, not only because of its age but also because of its connection to the post-war era of American history. The first thing that stands out about this 1953 D wheat penny is its iconic design featuring Abraham Lincoln. Even in circulated condition, Lincoln's portrait remains recognizable, though softened from years of handling and everyday use. The date, 1953, sits clearly beneath his profile, marking this coin as a mid-century collectible. The D mint mark just below the date tells us that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint. Denver was responsible for minting a large portion of America's penny supply during the 1950s, making the 1953 D a widely circulated and historically significant issue for collectors and enthusiasts alike. On the obverse side, you may notice flattening on Lincoln's cheek, jawline, and hair, which is typical for coins that spent decades in circulation. These signs of age don't diminish the charm of the piece, they add to its character, showing that this coin truly served its purpose in everyday transactions. Moving to the reverse, the wheat penny design remains one of the most beloved in U.S. coin history. Although this coin is worn from circulation, the wheat ears framing the words 1 cent still show enough detail to identify it confidently as part of the wheat penny series used from 1909 to 1958. The inscriptions United States of America and E pluribus unum may appear weaker or faded, depending on the amount of wear. Even so, their presence ties the coin to a long tradition of American coinage and national symbolism, reminding us of the values these coins were designed to represent. A circulated condition coin like this one often displays a darker tone, smooth surfaces, and reduced sharpness in finer details. Over the decades, pockets, cash registers, wallets, and general handling all contribute to the coin's gently worn appearance. This natural aging process gives each coin its own unique look. Copper coins like the 1953 D are particularly prone to toning and color change. Exposure to air, moisture, and skin oils can create mixtures of brown, red, and even black hues. These variations add personality to the coin and serve as evidence of its long journey through everyday life. It's fascinating to consider the era in which this coin circulated. The year 1953 was a time of economic growth in the United States, and pennies like this one were used frequently in stores, schools, and workplaces. This coin would have been part of daily commerce during an iconic chapter of American history. Circulated coins like this are often appreciated by collectors for their historical authenticity. While uncirculated examples may be more visually impressive, circulated pieces tell the story of real use, real people, and real transactions over many decades. Even though the coin shows wear, the structural integrity of the design remains intact. The wheat ears and Lincoln's portrait still maintain enough shape and detail to reflect the artistry of Victor David Brenner, the designer whose work has influenced U.S. coinage for generations. Holding a 1953 D penny is like holding a small piece of American culture. It's a reminder of how currency has evolved and how coins once played a major role in daily life, long before digital payments and modern technology changed the way people handle money. Collectors of wheat pennies enjoy pieces like this because they offer affordable access to early and mid-20th century U.S. history. Even in circulated condition, the 1953 D remains a desirable coin for beginners and long-time numismatists alike. Studying the wear patterns on this coin can reveal a lot. Areas like Lincoln's hair and beard typically wear down first, while the center of the reverse, especially around 1 cent, shows flattening from years of rubbing against other coins. These details help collectors evaluate the coin's journey. The copper composition of this penny gives it resilience, allowing it to survive many decades of circulation without structural damage. While scratches and small marks may be present, they simply add to the story of the coin's long life in the hands of everyday Americans. For many collectors, the 1953 D penny represents a nostalgic piece of childhood memories, family coin jars, and pocket change from earlier generations. It's the kind of coin people remember finding in old drawers or receiving as change during simpler times. Even though the wheat penny series ended in 1958, coins like the 1953 D continued to circulate for years afterward. Many people handled these coins without thinking about their eventual historical value, making the surviving pieces all the more meaningful today. Because this coin is circulated, signs of aging such as smoothing, tone changes, and light scratches are expected. These imperfections give the coin a natural, unaltered appearance that collectors often prefer over artificially cleaned pieces. One of the most interesting things about circulated wheat pennies is how no two coins age alike. Every coin picks up its own combination of wear patterns, color tones, and handling marks, ensuring that each example is completely unique in its own way. Your 1953 D penny may not be rare or high value, but it carries a genuine charm that represents true American history. It reflects the culture, economy, and lifestyle of the people who used it over countless transactions and many, many years. As you examine your coin, appreciate the way its surfaces tell the story of its long journey. From the Denver Mint to pockets across the country, this coin has lived a full life before reaching your hands. That journey is what makes it more than just a piece of copper. It becomes a piece of heritage. Next up, the United States of America 1-cent coin from 1956 with the D mint mark, found in circulated condition. This coin belongs to the beloved wheat penny series, which continues to capture the hearts of collectors around the world. The 1956 D wheat penny is instantly recognizable thanks to its familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln. Even with years of circulation, this portrait holds its shape, offering a nice blend of worn detail and historic character that reflects the coin's long journey through everyday life. Just beneath Lincoln's profile, the date 1956 sits bold and clear, marking this coin as one of the later years in the wheat penny series. Alongside the date, the small D mint mark represents the Denver Mint, one of the primary minting facilities responsible for producing billions of pennies during the 1950s. The obverse side of the coin often shows gentle wear from decades of handling. Lincoln's cheek, hair, and jawline may appear smoother than when freshly minted, but this softer look adds charm, reminding us of the countless hands this coin passed through during its years in active circulation. Turning the coin over to the reverse side reveals the iconic wheat penny design. The two wheat ears curved around the words 1 cent remain visible, even if worn, symbolizing America's agricultural foundation. This design remains one of the most cherished in U.S. coin history. The inscriptions United States of America and E pluribus unum may appear faint or lightly faded, but they still remain legible enough to identify the coin as an authentic wheat penny. These inscriptions are small reminders of the nation's guiding values and heritage. In circulated condition, this 1956 D penny carries the natural marks of everyday use. The surfaces may show light scratches, small dents, or toning across different areas of the coin. These characteristics aren't flaws, they're evidence of the coin's real history. The copper composition of this penny gives it a warm, rich tone that can change over time. Depending on its environment, the coin may display shades of red, brown, or a deeper, aged patina. Each tone tells a different part of the coin's unique story. It's fascinating to imagine the era in which this coin circulated. The year 1956 was part of a booming decade for America, an era of classic cars, rising suburbs, and a growing middle class. This penny would have been used in shops, diners, gas stations, and countless daily transactions. Collectors today appreciate circulated pieces like this one because they feel authentic and unaltered. While uncirculated coins shine with perfection, circulated coins hold the energy of real history, showing the life they lived long before entering a collection. This coin's design was created by Victor David Brenner, whose initials sometimes appear on early wheat pennies. Although his initials were moved during later years, the elegance of his design remains unchanged. His portrait of Lincoln has become one of the most iconic images in American coinage. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, meaning the 1956 D is not considered rare. However, finding a well-preserved circulated example is still exciting for any collector, especially for those completing a full wheat penny set from 1909 to 1958, where patterns on this coin are a natural part of its appeal. On the obverse, high points like Lincoln's hair and beard tend to flatten first. On the reverse, the wheat stalks and lettering also show smoothed edges, revealing that this coin truly lived a long life in circulation. Although this coin has seen many years of use, it remains structurally sound. There are no cracks or bends, and the major design elements survive clearly enough to identify it confidently. This durability is one of the reasons copper coins have stood the test of time. Collectors often enjoy studying circulated wheat pennies because each one tells a different story. The marks, toning, and surface patterns on your 1956 D penny make it unlike any other. No two circulated pennies age in exactly the same way. Holding a 1956 D penny is like holding a tiny time capsule from mid-century America. It represents a time when pennies were part of everyday purchases, when value was attached to every coin, and when cash flow drove the rhythm of daily life. Even though this coin is common, it remains a meaningful piece for new collectors. It offers a chance to own a genuine mid-20th century artifact at an affordable level, making it the perfect starting point for young collectors or hobbyists building their wheat penny sets. The circulated condition gives the coin a rugged honesty. It hasn't been polished or altered. It looks exactly the way it should after decades of real use. Some collectors prefer this natural, untouched appearance because it keeps the history intact. The 1956 D wheat penny also represents the end of an era. Just 2 years later, in 1958, the wheat reverse would be replaced with the Lincoln Memorial design. That makes this coin one of the last chapters in one of America's most iconic coin series. Your coin may show darkening or discoloration due to age, but that tone gives it character. Copper reacts with the environment in interesting ways, creating patterns and colors that make each coin visually unique and historically rich. Even with wear, this coin still carries the powerful symbolism of Lincoln's legacy. It serves as a reminder of leadership, unity, and the values that shaped America throughout the 20th century. A circulated penny like this may be small, but it carries enormous historical energy.